Hi there, you are coming along with me to the East Earl Goodwill. I normally don't go to this one because I'm not out in that area, but because I was picking up some winnings from an online auction, I decided to stop by and see what they had. The oil on that cruet was very, very chipped, and there was a lot of repairs to that elephant. But I thought, hey, this looks good because they have vintage items here. This Goodwill has a basement of hard goods. It's the only Goodwill in the area that has a basement. And I saw this and was super excited. It was a cat decanter, but unfortunately the one ear was completely broken off. I will show you what I won at the auction at the end of this video. If you like cats, you're going to like what I won. Let's just put it at that. I don't think I have been to this Goodwill maybe at least 6 months because, like I said, I don't go out this way very often. And I decided to say, you know what? Let's give it a shot. That's one of the reasons I like shopping at thrift stores is because you never know what you'll find. Like this beautiful, lightweight, wooden, hand-painted tray. I thought this was very, very pretty. I like that it was very lightweight, too. This is a Wendell August Forge platter plate design thingy, and there is no reception because you're in the basement of this Goodwill. I did put the August Wendell Forge in my basket for a little bit. That one was marked either with a store brand or 10,000 Villages. I can't remember. But anyway, I put the August Wendell Forge in my cart just to look it up. This I thought was super cute. That's a whole bunch of pepper. I am part of the Kitsch Crew train later this month over on Whatnot, so I thought that would be perfect for the Kitsch Crew train because it's very, very kitschy. And think of how much pepper you can hold in that shaker. It turns out the August Wendell Forge, I could not find an exact copy of what that was, so I just decided to leave it on the shelf for somebody else who actually knew what they were talking about and thinking about. It wasn't me at that time. I'm also on the hunt for owls. This Saturday we are going to have an owl train, and that is an ironwood owl, but unfortunately it had a big chip to the side of its head. And then I have sold these before in the past. They're little flower frogs, like little pillow flower frog. And so I decided to get that because that's the third one that I have found. This was marked made in China, so it's more contemporary for that little kitty cat figurine. And just being nosy and picking things up and seeing what everything is because everything was new to me since I hadn't been here in so long. On the bottom shelf, those vintage looking images caught my eyes. Raggedy Ann and Andy on pressed cardboard or pressed plywood or some kind of wooden material. If I had an antique booth, maybe I would have picked those up. Then these children, they were waiting for you. I spied this. I thought this was very pretty. This might be Bohemian glass. Has the enameled flowers on it. Very, very pretty. Would make a very fancy dresser decor. The flowers were in very good condition. And so once I checked that there weren't any chips and that the paint wasn't going to come off on that tape, I decided to take that as well because I thought it was pretty. And then this I thought was super pretty with the pink and the green. It looks like a flower or a leaf or something. It's so pretty and vibrant. And then here I'm slowly getting into focus. They had a whole bunch of Christmas. And so I thought, we're going to find all the vintage Christmas here. I didn't, but it was still fun to show you all the Christmas that they had. These 3 little puppy dogs. I thought this was cute. This is not super, super old, but it's probably from the 80s or 70s. And I decided to get that. I'm having a Christmas show on Whatnot this Friday, so I'm going to put that in that show. And then I was looking in the bags to see if anything kitschy or vintage had snuck in with the other items. There was a nativity set. It looked like it was chalkware or paper mache. It had some age to it, but I decided not to get that one. The paint was really, really worn on that, and especially with them banging around in that bag, they weren't going to be in the best of shape. I'm looking on the tops of the ornaments to see if there's any Germany or Poland or Shiny Brights, even though I have 10 cajillion ornaments that I'm going to have to whittle them down and see which ones I want to sell on the Christmas show. but it's still fun to look at the ornaments because you might find something amazing. Here are some other items that I found. This little chick pulling a wagon planter. It was so small, so cute. I found this Czechoslovakian creamer or gravy boat. And then I decided to get this, even though there is a chip on the back of the tail. I really like the style of it. I thought it was super cute that it was a mama bird with the two babies. Then I did pick this up, but I don't know. I liked it, but I didn't like it. I don't know. Maybe I should have gotten that deer, but I did not get the deer. Saw this owl. I thought, hey. Then I realized how heavy it was, and that was contemporary, someone's mosaic art project. Those were always fun to do with Jenny when she was little, because then you just kind of do it with abandon. You don't really think about it. I was super excited to find this, and then I realized that it had a chip right there on its neck. They had repaired the head. It was this really neat tomatoey, orangey red color. Definitely had some age to it as well. Here were some ballet shoes. That was so popular in the 80s, but it also had a crack on it. And let's see, going back through again, there was this funny looking duck that had just graduated. And then behind it, put the duck right there, was this pretty glass piece. I thought that this had some age, but I decided not to get that.
Later.
Now we are at the Morgantown Goodwill, which is about 15 miles away from East Earl, and I haven't been here in years. And the first thing that I found were these hen-on-nest lids. They were priced really, really high for not having bottoms. And then I found this. I've sold this in a larger version. It had 2 price tags on it. Luckily, they gave me the less price, not the $7 price tag. That was a nice little ewer. I decided to get the ornament because Christmas is coming and I like the color of it. And I like that it was on the small side because the 2 that I have sold before were very, very large. They have not switched over to the shelving unit. Those of you who are keeping track of the shelving units in the Keystone Goodwill area, they still have the white shelves. And I don't think that I would guess that they're not going to switch over if someone asked me my opinion. I don't know why. I just have that feeling that they're not going to switch over. There were 2 of these really huge glass pieces, as you can see. And then there was a third one. I think I show it to you. Oh, I didn't. But it didn't have the base. I don't know if it broke or something. That was contemporary, that piece that I just put back on the shelf. That kind of surprised me. I thought it was old. On an end cap, they had this clog ashtray that was Delft. I thought that was a cookie jar, but someone had made it into a candle jar. Then look at this thing. This is contemporary. There's the Made in China sticker. But I thought it was so funny. Hobgoblin. And then when I showed it to Jenny, she said it reminds her of the Disney old-fashioned early cartoons. And I could see her point. It does. And there, I've seen it. I put it in the Googler, and it says that hobgoblin is a coffee mug. That is a huge amount of coffee. I still thought it was funny, even though Halloween has passed. I felt that this was missing its lid because there was a rim on the inside. And then this is an old piece of milk glass. I do like picking up milk glass, especially the older pieces. I like that it still had some of the paint on it, and it didn't have any chips or cracks. So I said, hey, you can come with me. They had a whole bunch of those bunnies. Aren't those bunnies funny? Don't they look like they saw something shocking? Or wind from a subway just like whoosh, blew their ears up into the air. I thought that was really funny. This store is fairly new, probably a couple years old, and I used to go to the older one all the time. But this reminded me of my dad. My dad used to polish his shoes at least once a week when I was little, and I remember helping him polish his shoes. The reason why I probably won't be back is because this is not anywhere nearby where I live, and I am not really out in this area, but I am glad that I stopped by to see what it was like. And it reminds me a lot of the Lewisburg, Pennsylvania Goodwill that you see me shop at whenever we go up to our camper. There were a whole bunch of those awards. That was kind of strange. That was plastic. I guess it's not strange that they're awards. I feel it's strange that someone would donate their trophies to Goodwill unless someone's going to repurpose them and make art out of them. I don't know. I know that there is a reuse it store around here that's mainly for crafts and making things, and they used to have a whole bunch of trophies, and Jenny was so enamored with them when she was like 3 or 4 years old, and I ended up getting her one because they were 50 cents, and she had it for a while. I don't know why she liked it. It was just something shiny and very big. That was marked made in Italy, and then this caught my eye, and I only caught my eye because of Kate. It's funny, when I see Jocelyn shop and you really get an eye of like, okay, look at the glass, don't miss this pottery piece, the really high-end, beautiful works. And then when you shop with Kate, you're like, don't miss the plastic, don't miss the vintage plastic. And so I'm really excited I picked up that skeleton. This was a set of 10. These are yogurt cups. They're not really that vintagey. They're, I think, OUI yogurt. I was trying to find the price. I was counting them. I wanted to know how much they were going to sell them all for. I was kind of shocked they were selling them for one money. So for $5, you got 10 of them. I guess you could use them for plants or something. These, some of you will probably already know what they are before I take them out. These are little Avon figurines. There's the Avon mark. And that's I think the lady that started Avon. They had a little nice little glass cloche, I think that is called, the lid to that. It was nice how they had them the lids rubber banded together so they wouldn't get lost. And then they also donated some other awards there. I know some of you might want to see them, so here I'm giving you up close of what sports. They were good at swimming and basketball, and it looks like one baseball. This is a very large hobbyist piece. There it is on the date, 1976. I have sold those before. That was neat, the blue and white. It was $7. If we were closer to Easter, I might have picked it up. Even though I do sell Easter year-round, you do kind of gear up towards more what the holiday is coming and kind of hold back on other items. At least that's what I do. For instance, I'll sell Halloween year-round, but you kind of save up the Halloween to sell in August and September. That was a wall pocket. I thought that was unusual, how it was a leaf with some minimal painting on it. Here is a safety pin angel. And this was neat. Jimmy likes double bubble gum, but the whole front of it is missing. So you couldn't even use that. I don't know why someone would donate that. The whole front is missing. Okay, I'll stop complaining. And then the last thing I found at this Goodwill was this seashell lamp. And now I'm going to show you what I got in the auction. We're going to do a little unboxing in my car. And I hope you have fun looking at all of the cats that I won. We have lots of things from the auction. We have a dog planter. This is made in Japan. We have this cool guy bowling. Look at that. Look at those eyelashes. Wait, let me put them in focus so you can see. Samson Import 1957. We have some swans. I got a couple swan lots, and the rest are cats. Cats. This little guy, that might be Royal Copley, I'm not sure. Yeah, these in the back. And I bought the lot because of this one. Look how cute. Flowers look to be in pretty good shape. It needs to be cleaned. There's a figurine. There it is. I got a glass pitcher. But wait, there's more. You can see. They're everywhere. Here is a swan lot that I got, but also they had some lady head vases. I couldn't get the lady head vases, but I got these two. I was hoping she wasn't broken, and I don't think she is. That's wild how she just sits on her bows and her braids. And that baby. It's very pink. Here's some swans. Let's bring swans back. Oh, look, here's some Those are plastic. I was gonna say, oh, and that one's glass though. How did that not break? So I have a little bit of Swannies. And let's see. Here's this box of, oh, this is a tumble up. I thought that was pretty. Isn't that pretty? The lilies of the valley. All right, let's get the cats back. Okay. There are also some that I've already listed on Niknax. I will include those listings here in the corners of this video. And I'm pretty excited that how good shape these are, because it was all online. You can go to preview, but I don't ever preview. Too lazy. But the auction house is very honest and will say chips, cracks, things like that. I had a couple in, I had two in the other box. One has kind of this weird floral stuff in it, but it does have a crack on it. But other than that, everybody else is in really good shape. There is some more cats. I don't know what that is. That's a rose. I have two of them. Looks like a paper rose. Or tissue paper rose. This is probably also Royal Copley. Let's get them out of the box. These are both Hull, Hull, and I also got a few white cats. There was another cat lot that was, no, there were two of them that were all white cats, but I was not able to get those. But I got all of these, and you have to be happy with what you got. And then I also got this little lady head, little girl head vase, marked Japan, and then this sweet little girl here, also marked Japan. She kind of looks like a pilgrim. Very, very pleased with what I got. Here are some other cats that I took out of a box last night that you didn't see me unbox in my car, but I still wanted to show them off. Look, I have a little mini Cerniphus, and of course, this one. So spectacular. This is a vase as well, and this one reminds us all of Susie because the cat wants its belly rubbed, and Susie will roll over like that whenever you approach her. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see ya. Are you going to blink, Charlie? Or are you just going to stare at us? Are you going to blink? He is moving his eyes. Charlie, blink!